You are listening to the University of Miami School of Law podcast, a pre-law resource brought to you by the admissions experts at Miami Law. Visit us on the web at www.law.miami.edu. I'm Joe Matthews. Today we are joined by Professor Lawrence M. Rose, Professor of Law Emeritus and Director of the Litigation Skills Program here at Miami Law. Hello, how are you?
I'm just fine, thank you.
So we are here to talk about the Litigation Skills Program, which you began in the...
In 1990.
All right, I didn't want to date you, but okay.
It's okay, I've been here for 26 years and it's been a great run.
So tell us about the program. What is it?
Well, the Litigation Skills Program is unique. It is the only program in the United States in any law school that teaches litigation skills in the way we do. Many schools teach trial advocacy and have the ability to deal with courtroom skills. Less number of schools will teach pretrials, which occurs in the lawyer's office and the activity that occur before they enter the courtroom. But there's no school in the country that teaches it the way we do. And in fact, we teach them side by side. So the students will learn from the very first day how to conduct a client interview and at the same time how to do direct and cross-examination in court. It's a parallel set of two courses, two workshops that are tied together because they are in the same subject matter, but they are really tied together in many other ways because they focus on skills and the skills of a lawyer. And so we're the only school in the country that teaches it in that way.
I remember when I was a student, it was considered if you were a Miami Law student, you took lit skills.
Well, that's true. We have a long history of having 80% of all of the students that graduate take litigation skills, and years later they look upon their experience in the litigation skills program with great fondness and great memories.
So how do you manage that?
Well, it's both large and small. We have a 2-hour session each week in the courtroom that involves both lectures and demonstrations by the faculty, where we talk about the skills that the students are going to be doing. And then we break up into small laboratory workshops, which are both each week a pretrial workshop and a trial workshop, where the students are in small groups, somewhere between 8 and 12, where they actually do the exercises and then are critiqued by the faculty. And so they have an opportunity to learn each week in the big setting and also shine in the small settings.
And then what's the end product of that course? At the end of the semester, how do you judge the student's progress?
Well, it comes in a number of ways. Each week, the students will do a particular discrete exercise, whether it's interviewing or fact investigation or taking depositions or motion argument, such as what they would do in the pretrial course, or they do direct and cross-examination, impeachments, exhibits, objections, opening statements, closing arguments in the trial class and the trial workshop. Mid-semester, everybody participates in a trial to the court, and that case historically involves a professional responsibility issue where a lawyer is being charged by the state bar for violating their duties. And they present that entire trial with a partner to a judge, a referee, who is going to be determining that issue. But at the end of the semester, we build to the final climax, which is a full-blown jury trial before live jurors at the downtown courthouse, where each student with a partner will present their case and to hear the jury deliberate and watch them come to a decision in their case. And it builds to that final trial that everybody loves to participate in, and it culminates the entire semester into that one exercise that really makes them feel like lawyers.
One of the most meaningful things that actual end trial was what every lawyer wishes happened at the end of their trial, and that's they get to ask the jurors, what did you think of my performance? Why did you come to the decision that you came to? And have that one-on-one with everyone involved. And that's a fantastic thing.
Well, it's really important for all lawyers to know that they are being persuasive. And so when they take that opportunity to make these pretrial decisions, to develop a case theory, and to make the analysis of their facts and present their issues in a certain way, that they want to see how that had the effect on the jury. Some things the jury is told about, some things the jury never hears. Then we watch the jury deliberate. Everybody watches their jurors deliberate and listens to what they discussed. And then when the jury comes back with their verdict, they then have an opportunity to probe with the jury and say, well, if you would have known this, would it have made your decision any different? Or how important was this fact, because I actually could have prevented that from coming out or not included it as part of my case. And so they develop a sense of whether or not their ability to make that analysis and to develop those case theories are effective.
Why do you think so many students take this course, even though I would assume not every student goes into litigation and to become a trial attorney?
Well, it's funny because we recognize that a vast number of students will consider whether or not litigation is their arena. Many students come in and they say, I want to be a litigator, and they take the class and it reaffirms for them that they do. Some students walk in saying, I want to be a litigator, and they take the class and they say, I'm just not so sure anymore. Mm-hmm. But a lot of students will also want to become transactional lawyers, and it's really important for a transactional lawyer, as they develop the deal, as they develop the transaction, to know what's going to happen if it in fact blows up. On the other hand, when everybody starts thinking about lawyers and why they wanted to go to law school, and their relatives start thinking about why are you going to law school, everybody wants to see how they would look like in the courtroom, and this gives them that opportunity. We video all the performances so they get to show their moms and dads and significant others and their children what it's like for them to be in the courtroom dressed like a real lawyer.
The videos are actually looked at by theatrical faculty, is that correct?
We include as part of our faculty the members of the theater department. So we get both the lawyers and the judges who are part of our regular faculty, but we also bring in theater people who will add to the perspectives that a student may have on their performance. And so they can concentrate on the non-legal parts of it, such as voice and demeanor and posture and gestures and language that the lawyers use in every day, but now we can concentrate on them from the theater perspective.
And are there different tracks you can choose if you want to go into criminal law versus civil?
Absolutely. The trial class is generic, and that is we are concentrating on courtroom skills. And so during the course of the semester, we have both civil and criminal case files that the students will work out of in doing their problem exercises in the directs and crosses and openings and closings. But in the pretrial class, we concentrate on the pretrial of a particular side. So the student gets the ability to opt to take either a civil pretrial class or a criminal pretrial class if they have a preference. Florida is unique in that it is one of 4 states in the country that permits the taking of depositions in criminal cases. And so they'll, regardless of whether they're in civil or criminal pretrial, they'll have the opportunity to take depositions and defend depositions. Then at the end of the semester, the students can opt and decide that they're going to try either a civil case or a criminal case in that final trial experience. Uniquely, when I first came here, we found that we were sending students out to be certified legal interns in many governmental agencies and legal services organizations, but they hadn't taken evidence, they hadn't taken any trial skills. And when I came, I said it's really important that when the students go out there to represent real clients in real life situations, that they have those basic skills. And so we established, again, unique for the University of Miami, the idea that before one goes out to be a certified legal intern, you had to have both evidence and litigation skills. And so now that the program began to develop so that a student now will take evidence as early as the first semester of their second year and then take litigation skills in their second semester of their second year, and then they'll have either the summer or sometime in the third year to then go out and do the work for real with real life judges, real life cases, and real situations as a certified legal intern at the state attorney's office or the public defender's office or legal services or many other governmental agencies all throughout not only the local South Florida area, but especially in the summertime. We'll let them go anywhere they want to in the United States. So they can go back to their hometown or they can go to a city that they may think that they're going to want to be in and be a certified legal intern in one of those prosecutor or defender or legal services or governmental agencies in those areas and act like a real lawyer under the supervision of a real lawyer while they're there for the summer or for their fall or spring semester.
So I'm a hypothetical student. I've just taken your course, Litigation Skills. I realized I loved it. What's something else I can do now?
Well, in addition to the CLI program, we have advanced classes. We have Litigation Skills 2, which are classes, workshops that are designed to be either criminal or civil, and within the civil side, we have business litigation, we have commercial litigation, we have personal injury litigation, more specific topics where the students will advance their skills. We concentrate in Lit Skills 2 on very complex cases, multiple party cases, multiple issue cases that involve a complex set of facts and at the same time complex determination of how you're going to present it. So we concentrate on expert witness testimony, which is critical in many of these cases, which includes both valuation experts and liability experts. In the criminal side, it might be a psychiatrist in a criminal case that might involve mental capabilities. On the civil side, it might be a damages expert, but it also might be a causality expert in a products liability case. But we also concentrate on jury selection, which is a tremendous way for our students to gain an expertise that many lawyers never gain in the real world, but they gain it during the semester. And we also concentrate on the idea that there will be multiple parties in lawsuits, such that we might have a criminal case where there are 4 or 5 defendants, each represented by counsel. Or in the civil side, we might have claims and cross-claims and counterclaims that the students have to litigate, again, before jurors, which is what happens in the real world.
I recall my wife took your course, and anecdotally, she credits Lit Skills 2 to her career because her course was taught by a public defender who instructed her on different things that might come up in her future career at the public defender's office here in Miami. So I have to thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. Your wife's welcome. But the reality is that the faculty that we have assembled from the community is really exceptional. I've traveled all over the country, frankly, all over the world teaching advocacy. And I would put the faculty that we have here at the University of Miami on any level, anywhere in the country, and we'd be very happy with how they would stack. The faculty is composed of federal judges, state judges, of both criminal and civil side, senior partners and managing partners of local law firms, the United States attorney, the state attorney, the public defender, and their most senior members of those offices, all are part of our faculty. they come in and they give of themselves each week, and they watch students and critique them and give them the level of their experience. But what's also important is that the students then have the ability to network. And we find that a number of our students will then make a connection with a judge or a lawyer out in the community that they can call upon when the time comes for them to look for a position, either with that office or with another office, because a lot of our faculty are happy to write letters of recommendation to students who have exhibited those kinds of qualities that we find to be good for litigation. And so the networking capabilities are very large and very wide. And the opportunities also exist to go beyond the borders of South Florida, because many of our faculty are in firms that have offices all across the United States, and they, in fact, when they find out if you want to go to Chicago, they'll go, you know, I know a partner in Chicago, let me make a phone call for you. And we have those capabilities that add on to our CLI experience all across the United States, but at the same time give them that ability to network that students really need to cultivate for their future legal careers.
And in addition, your program actually awards scholarship to students that perform very well.
We do. Our faculty is very generous. We don't pay them very much. And some of them just simply say, you don't have to pay me at all. And they donate their honorarium back to the program. We have a lot of our graduates have been very successful. And we have a patron law firm, Kozak, Trope and Throckmorton, which has been supporting our program from the beginning. And so every semester we will award upwards of $50,000 of scholarships and prizes to our students who perform at a level that needs recognition.
Well, thank you so much, Professor Rose. Where can an inquisitive student go to get more information on your program?
Well, clearly they go to our website. We have a wonderful descriptive page on the website, but they can always call us, and we're happy to answer them directly. The opportunity is there, and we have a wonderful staff who's ready, willing, and able to answer those questions.
Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
All right, have a great day.
You too, thanks. The University of Miami School of Law Office of Admissions and Student Recruitment offers open house events, tours of the law school, class visits, and advice about applying to Miami Law. The office also maintains a pre-law headquarters website and a prospective student website, which includes a wonderful resource, 29 critical questions. To speak or have an advising session with a member of the University of Miami Law Student Recruitment Team, please contact the Director, Therese Lambert, Associate Director, Joe Matthews, or Assistant Director, Humberto Duarte, at the Office of Student Recruitment in room F203 of the Law School, or at 305-284-6746. Thank you.